always shows up, you know. I'm just gonna talk. You know. Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna talk about quite a few things. I'm just gonna talk to myself, really. We're gonna talk about we're in a car. We're gonna talk about himbo stuff. We're gonna talk about where I've been. We're also gonna talk about the destruction of my Discord server. Also gonna talk about stuff that I have planned in the future and stuff I want to dip my toes in. Not in that order. So okay, I guess first things first. Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? See, everyone's doing okay. I see a lot of highs in the chat. Toes? Toes? Where'd you get toes? Did I say toes? I don't remember saying toes. Dip my toes. I hate all of you. And I hate you specifically. Dog reveal. No, you don't want a dog reveal. Got fucking athlete's foot, toe infections and shit. In any case, okay, I guess, okay, let's just start off by saying, where I've been, walking up and down the earth, and my computer is currently in pieces. There's not really any other way to sugarcoat it. Found it disassembled about 2 weeks ago. And yeah, so yeah, I am unable to do a lot of the things that I really should have been able to do. You know, earlier this year. That's just it is what it is, and it is what it should be. Yeah, now don't take this as like, you know, I'm not asking anybody for any assistance or anything with that. That's just what it is, and I'm working towards it myself. Do you know how it got damaged? Overuse is a big part. You know, I've had this computer since late 2017. Computer has been in my possession since late 2017, and I've used it to its absolute limit every day since. And yeah, that'll happen with computers. Computers have a very limited shelf life when you don't update the hardware. Or you don't update the hardware, that's just what happens. In any case, working towards it. I've already had this goal for $5,000 for a new PC, but it is, that is purely on a if you want to basis. That's not This is not me asking for help. I'm just saying my next rig gonna be big. And it rhymed, so you know I'm right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Next thing. I'm trying to remember the next thing. I almost had it. Then I lost it. Right. Okay. So, moving on to probably the topic everyone has been asking about. Or at least a lot of people have been asking about it. We're going to talk about Himbo for a sec. We're going to talk about the Himbo audios for a sec. I invite you to take a trip with me back to 2021. Right. In 2021, I started this YouTube channel, and yeah, it was pretty okay. It was pretty good. Uploaded like 1 or 2 audios, and they were alright. They were cool. You know, gained a really okay following. It's pretty cool. Bumped into a few people that I trust for life, a few people that I no longer trust. You know, I had, you know, my homies, you know, Benny and Starlight and Winter Wolf and Silver and Red, all those other people. Met some more people. Interacted with a few people on Twitter. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was pretty fun. Cut to, I want to say, somewhere in the March-April range. The first big cataclysmic event happened that, you know, caused me to distrust a whole lot of people. And that's where that part ends. But immediately another one began. I met Streaky Audios. Originally we were going to, you know, put together a April Fool's joke. It didn't really pan out. Didn't really pan out because I ended up finding a worse script. I ended up finding something fun. How many of us here are... Okay, because I don't know the demographic of the stream right now, I'm gonna be as vague as possible. There's an audio of a certain degree and caliber involving 5 Kool-Aid men. And I showed this to Streaky, and Streaky was like... Probably his exact words. And, you know, we we didn't call off our friendship, but we definitely called off our plans to, you know, stream anything or make anything together. I still fully plan to make that audio eventually, but that's besides the point. Um, at the time, I had around 200, 300 subscribers. And I bumped into one person that would change my life forever. Those of you in the know, you already know who he is. He, you know, we were both in the same server. We hung out a few times, and he was cool, right? And, you know, we, yeah, we hung out a couple times, and then I showed him that Kool-Aid script, right? And he was like, I actually really, really, really want to do this script. It's just funny enough. It's just tongue-in-cheek enough. So yeah, and we got a hold of one of my other friends, and you know, we were gonna do the script. We were gonna find 2 other people so we could do this script. We never did find those 2 other people. And then someone by the name of Tony Mirage, otherwise known as Garbage Core, released this script. And I read it, and I instantly fell in love with the concept. I fell in love with that concept, and I showed it to the other 2 guys. And they were like, yeah, can't necessarily do the Kool-Aid one, so why not just hop in a call and record this just for fun? And we did. Even called them back for like re-records somewhat the next day. And one day I hit the upload button on YouTube, and that is how Jed, Luca, and I put out Dude, Give Her Your Jacket Part 1. At the time of uploads, I had 330 subscribers. Once the video started picking up speed, that number quickly turned to 1,000. And then 5,000, and 7,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000. I was easily hitting 1,000 subscribers a day gained. And that's where I gained so many new and dumb ideas. In my mind, I was still at 500, guys. In my mind, I was still at 500. It did not occur to me that I would be at 10 times that this quickly. I liked it. Then come October, I really, really, really did not like it. Got accused of being a groomer. Got accused of not taking care of business the way it should have been taken. One of those is true. The leadership bit, obviously. But through it all, I had those two. I've had the boys, Jet and Luca. And somewhere in there, Mirage messaged me and they were like, hey, you know, I'm toying with the idea of making another part of this series. Yeah. Say, yeah, sounds like a good idea. Everybody on my channel wants to know, when's that next part? And she laid out a battle plan for me. They laid out a battle plan for me. We even had options for more roles, namely female rivals, which would come and play later parts. And we put out part 2. Everyone was super excited about part 2. And the plan was to keep releasing parts as they were written. You know, and actually part 3 is completely written for all of the routes. Part 3 is completely written for all the routes. The plan was to keep on releasing them until we got to the end. That was the plan. This plane was set to chug. And then the train got completely derailed. Jetty BVA, also known as Jed, he passed away around 1 or 2 months ago. As you all know, he was the voice of Brad. And nothing was the same in the chats after he was gone, and it would all feel wrong again if I were to continue it so soon after losing him. So I'm putting out an official announcement. The Himbos will soon return. But part 2 is the final time we get to hear Jet's voice as Brad. For now, there will be an indefinite hiatus on all Himbo activity. As for those who don't know, all right, real quick, one moment. Okay, you guys still here? Okay. There's actually a small thing. The last time we'll be able to hear Jetty's voice anywhere will be a comic dub that is slated to release sometime within the next 2 years. Which brings me to another topic. Moving on to future projects I have planned. I know a lot of you guys... Oh, sorry. I know a lot of you guys have been wondering what comes next. You know, where have I been? Have I just been sitting on my laurels? Truth is, yeah. Yeah, I have been sitting on my laurels. But, I do have a few projects I'd like to talk about. Now, this comic dub that is coming out in the next 2 years is called Dry. And there are a total of 10 voices on this comic dub. And all of them are fantastic, fantastic people, whether they're still with us or not. So I'm really proud of how that's coming along, and we'll see when that happens. A lot of people have been asking about my Camilo Madrigal series, the Encanto series, parts 2 and 3 are going to be releasing next year. Confirmed, those parts are coming out next year. I was caught up in trying to release the best possible script before doing anything. And in that process, the person I had slated to record Antonio's lines, he hit puberty. Oopsie daisy. So, you know, that's my cue to, I think, hurry the fuck up. Axel's a tough cookie. He'll survive. Yeah. He's been through an ATV accident. He'll kick puberty's ass. Let's see. I have a Valentine's Day script. It's either Valentine's Day or White Day. There's gonna be a Valentine's Day script. I cannot disclose what exactly the dynamic is going to be, but I can show you guys the artwork as soon as I possibly can. I'm currently streaming from my phone, so I obviously can't send it anywhere. Oh, and kind of just pump the brakes a little bit. I would send it to my Discord server, but there's a lot about that. Essentially, I'm tired of having my Discord server be ground zero to ungodly, sinful, gluttonous amounts of drama every 2 to 3 business months. So I'd rather not have it. Shame on you guys for throwing accusations. Shame on me for not taking care of business. Shame on all of us. That's just what it is. Now, we also have a time loop romance coming out. Actually, we have 2 time loop romances. I'm gonna tell you. 2 time loop romances. The first one is gonna be a one-off, and it takes place in the middle of a time loop, right? And that's all I can say about that. The script has been written by Babbling Brook, fantastic writer, and yeah. Let's see. We got a time loop romance, right? A second time loop romance is kind of tentative. It's, let's see, how do I phrase this? It's based off of a fanfic I read. It's based off of fanfic. That's all I can say. If you're familiar with Ruby and the Ruby verse, the World of Remnant, you'd probably enjoy that one. We have another script by Lupin. We have another script by Lupin coming out. And that one's gonna be fire. That one's gonna be 100% fire. Can't wait for all that. I can tell you what the Lupin script is about. Basically, Lupin made this series called A Royal Suit. And A Royal Suit basically is, it takes place in medieval times. It was gonna have the same vibes as the Himbos. It was even gonna have the same cast, but that one is stuck in development hell. So we'll see where that goes. Any fans of Phantom of the Opera? No? Well, too bad. You're getting a Phantom of the Opera series. Shut up, I'm excited. I know you are. I know you are. Yeah. I'm gonna be playing the Phantom. I have been working on my Phantom voice, and you'll hear it when you hear it, you know? Don't hold your breath. I want to dive into series based off of some of my favorite books. there are 2 books by Jordan Sonnenblick that I want to dive into. I guess this book is about this series is gonna be about. Okay, so I know we've all seen or heard of these movies that take that are from the perspective of that one kid that has cancer, right? And how godlike he is and how patient he is with life, and it's sad whenever he dies, right? I want to tackle it from the perspective of what's it like to be the sibling of someone who's going through something like that. Are there words of encouragement you can give? What kind of things are, put in jeopardy because of this thing that shouldn't affect him, and yet it does? Worst of all, this person is just in 8th grade. He's dealing with his younger brother getting cancer. What do you tell an 8th grader to assuage his fear? That's another series I'm working on. In the far future, I'm going to be working on a series based on a mobile game. If you know, you know. 2 series based on mobile games, actually. I'm going to finish up a series based on that one guy, Kyle, the Can I Pet Your Dog audio. And yeah, for those of you who remember, Kyle was in the Can I Pet Your Dog audio. It was part of a script trade that that I was doing with Navari Forest and Nilla Sweets, a whole bunch of really talented people, and we'll figure it out. We'll figure out how that pans. In any other case, you know what? I'm gonna put on a poll. I'm gonna start a poll. If I can. I can't start a poll? What are you trying to make me, boy? Whatever. Okay. There is a script by Mayuri Rose. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me go back to the Kyle thing real quick. Kyle will be helping illustrate one of my deepest childhood traumas. Moving on. There's a script by Mayuri Rose. And let's see. There's 2 perspectives that I could take with it. One is either more subby speaker, or the more dommy speaker. A lot of my speakers are subby in general, so I don't know if I want to switch to dom for a split second. But other than that, moving on. There was going to be a script I was gonna do based off of someone's OC. That one has been canceled. Yeah. I don't really I trust that person extremely less, is the thing. He's one of those people I just lost trust about. Or rather, I trust him. I don't I trust them. I don't, sorry. I trust in them. I don't trust them. See what I mean? A series that will be out before the year is out, and yes, I said series. You didn't misunderstand me. A series that will be out before the year is out is one where I play a single dad. If you've seen the thumbnail of this live stream, you know what he looks like. A total of 5 parts and then a bonus part for Christmas. And last one, last audio I want to talk about is one I was working on in October. Of 2021. And it was an audio I was in the middle of working on before shit hit the fan, and I never went back to it, never even read the script. A lot of bad memories attached to it. So we'll see about finishing that one as soon as I can. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. I've got about 20 more minutes. It's just one or two more things I want to talk about. If I ever get my hands on a computer that works again. Thank you for the super chat, Natalie. So, assuming I get a computer that works again, right? I'm gonna be working on a few things. Number one, gonna finish Gravity Falls. I'm gonna finish Gravity Falls, and that's probably gonna be I don't want to say it's gonna be on stream, but I'll do my best. Let's see what else. Right. Okay. So, remember how I got bored of making audios? Well, I have rediscovered a passion of mine. Okay, I'm back. I've rediscovered a passion of mine. This passion of mine happens to be music reviews. And I used to do them in high school, but I deleted all of them, so none of them exist anymore. I decided to start this series. I don't know if I'm gonna post it on this channel or on my second channel, which is technically my first channel. Working on a series where I make a tier list of an entire artist's discography. So far, the artists queued up to be reviewed are BTS, ATEEZ, Panic at the Disco, Lady Gaga, and Stray Kids. Stray Kids is another discography I want to review. I also want to do it for shows. So shows like Has Been Hotel, shows like Ruby, where music is very important. Want to make tier lists of those as well, music reviews of those as well. And if anybody else has, you know, any requests on what they want me to review, any of that, and yeah, I'm welcome to it. You can hit my link in the description, hit that card, hit me up on, you know, any of those platforms besides Discord for obvious reasons. And yeah, we'll see if we can't drum up interest for that. For one, me personally, I'm really excited for it, because I've been re-listening to a whole lot of BTS's discography. That's how I got the idea. So far, Dark and Wild is a really fucking good album. If you guys have never listened to a BTS album ever in your life, put on Dark and Wild. Okay? Guaranteed bangers, every single one. Except for one song. Which, if you know, you know. Yeah. Things are changing, guys. Things are changing. A whole lot of things for the better, and even more things potentially for the worse. But either way, I know where I'm going and I know where I've been. I will be open to questions at this time about anything, concerning anything. Other than that, I got less than 15 minutes. What's going on? I just joined. We just had a few reviews. Himbos is indefinitely delayed. Discord server is never coming back again. A few series that are definitely coming up, and a music review series that I want to get off the ground. What's your favorite BTS song? Right now? My favorite BTS song right now is Interlude, What Are You Doing? From Dark and Wild. If you know, you know. Is something gonna happen with your Lex knife next life? That's a good question. Anybody else have questions? Because I'm here. All right, I have a few covers coming out. Not anytime soon, but definitely a few raps I've been cooking, and a few collaborative covers I've been working on. And yet, yeah, stepping away from everything is probably for the better. And I do mean everything. All right. We seem to have no more questions. I'm gonna keep it rolling for about 3 more minutes. I'm gonna chill here. After that, I gotta go in for a little rehearsal. Stop sipping ice. I can't. It keeps melting. Get this man an apple juice. Terrible aftertaste. Orange juice then. Gonna see someone cool in a few. Had plans to meet up with a few people. Future plans that will remain under wraps until the time comes. We'll see where it goes. Okay, last call. This is the last minute of the stream, okay? All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start chowing down. Don't want anybody feeling pity for me at all, ever. Because at this point, I just want this whole thing to be over. Not that anyone will ever know that. Or understand it. In any case, SoulBrotherAudio.